What's up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today we're going to be taking a look at its ticker symbol GME on the daily, weekly, and monthly time frame in anticipation of tomorrow's price action, March 30th. So the huge three things that I wanted to talk about first are, if you haven't yet, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do me a favor and hit that subscribe button while you're at it, and ring that bell and do all the things for the YouTube algorithm so we can get this video out there so more people can see it, because more people need to know that GME had a great day today, and it was a phenomenal day in my eyes. All right. Aside from that, really the three things. GameStop definitely did outperform the overall market, which is a great thing. And the fact that we just traded above neutral, which being neutral isn't bad on a day like today, because most of the stocks were red because of all the turmoil and FUD going on with this hedge fund and the Suez Canal and all that kind of stuff. So the fact that we finished green today, I'm going to take that as a victory, and I'm going to make sure that I pocket it and remember that. So that was the huge thing. Also, just really, I don't know how Archegos and the margin call of this hedge fund is going to affect the stock. So we got to keep that in mind in the days moving forward. But also, the underlying positive news that we have is the ship is no longer stuck in the Suez Canal, which means trading can resume, and the average of 93 ships can move through the canal on a daily basis. So those are the huge things. And I mean, when we compare GME overall, let's just hop on over here, the Weeble. When we compare GME overall to the broader market, I mean, the stock maintained a positive day, or a flat is a win in my day when everything else finished negative. So I'm going to consider that a win. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about before we dive here into the price action and technical analysis was really just going over the earnings call. I feel like the earnings call, while it was not blowing away our expectations, we didn't hit the expectation that we wanted. And I feel like that happened because we set our expectations too high. I mean, we got to keep in mind that we were coming out of a pandemic in the fourth quarter, and GameStop really had a limited capacity of people who could be in the store and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like we personally set our expectations too high. And then also on top of that, if you look at the revenue that GameStop was expecting in the fourth quarter of last year, it literally was pretty much doubled of the first three quarters because of one thing. And they were expecting the consoles to be such a huge seller in stores. And the whole problem with the consoles being a seller in the stores was there was a chip shortage going on. So consoles weren't really being able to be produced as quickly and all that kind of stuff. So that definitely didn't help GameStop get their revenue. So I feel like if we didn't have that chip shortage on top of dealing with the pandemic, I feel like we would have been closer to hitting our overall goal. But the two things that I really want to focus on, and I think we all should focus on, were the fact that sales in stores were up. And then on top of that, e-commerce sales were also up 175%. And these are the numbers that we need to focus on. And especially with Ryan Cohen coming on, being the e-commerce guru that he is, like, I can only see GameStop hitting it out of the park more, honestly, and getting those e-commerce numbers up even higher. So, all right, let's go ahead, dive on in here into the charts and take a look at this. So the huge thing that I want to I'm going to reiterate, and I'm probably going to say it probably about 5 or 6 times, so apologies in advance, but we outperformed the broader market, which is a positive thing, and we got to take that as a victory. So the huge thing that we also want to take a look at too is this level of support that we have down here of 172. If you take a look at Friday's action, we actually broke through it. Today, we didn't even go anywhere near touching it, which is great. So we held that level of support, and we also tried testing 193. Now, the huge thing that I think I want to see happen over the next couple of days is I want to see us take 198, that resistance level that we have there at 198, and turn that into a level of support, so we can have that bullish indicator and continue our uptrend. But here on the 1 minute chart, the one thing that I really definitely want to highlight that is really rare, honestly, in my eyes, is this level of consolidation that we have here. And if you look down here at the if you look at the MACD, it is incredibly tight. Like you got to really zoom in here to see how tight this is. And really, with the MACD and the signal being that close together, it is incredibly rare consolidation, because if you take a look this whole entire time, we never tested overbought or oversold the whole entire time while we were consolidating, which is phenomenal and is amazing and does wonders for the MACD and RSI indicators. So got to keep that in mind and take that also as a victory, because the consolidation that we are doing is great and it's helping bring IV down and making the stock more attractive for smart money. And that's really what we want, is the stock to be attractive for smart and new money. So people can come in and look at IV and be like, oh my God, it's phenomenally healthy and it looks normal. It's a normal stock. And we're taking the stair steps instead of taking the rocket launcher up and then plunging back to earth like S10 did. So don't want to have that kind of momentum. We want to have the slow, steady growth so we can bring in the new money and we can bring in the smart money and all that kind of stuff. So let's go on and hop out here to the 5-day, 5-minute chart. And once again, now this channel becomes more visible. The channel that we've been trading within, of having this 172 support and the 198.53 level of resistance. And you can see on Friday that we broke it, but today we actually held it the whole entire day and didn't touch it. Great. Now, great, Rob. What does this mean? Well, what this means to me is tomorrow I'm going to be looking for us to see if we can hold this level of support of 172. And then if we can get through that level of resistance at 198 and hold that level of resistance at 198 and hopefully retest the psychological resistance of 200. Because if we can turn 198 into a level of support, that's going to give us a more bullish indicator and continue that uptrend again. So, and again, I'm just going to point it out because I just like, this makes me incredibly happy. Just the beautiful consolidation that we did here through the middle of the day was just phenomenal. Like, you just can't beat that level of consolidation, and just how tight the indicators are. It just makes me incredibly happy. So if we jump out here to the 1 month, and let's jump out to the 30-minute and take a look at the chart. If you can look at it here, we had the MACD pretty much crossing over the RSI. It was in after hours, but I mean, we had a crossover, which is a bullish indicator for the stock. Let's see if we can make that more visible. Can we make that more visible here on, yeah. So you got it crossing here, got it crossing here on the 5-minute, 5-day chart. So that's a good indicator for us of being in bullish territory. So great news there. And when we zoom out even more, we can see that channel that we're just getting into, and we're getting tighter and tighter consolidation within this channel. And when you get this tighter consolidation, what eventually is going to happen is you're going to have some form of upward movement or downward movement, because you can only consolidate for so long because the coil can only get so tight. And you got to rip one way or the other. And when I look at these indicators, it screams that this is going to be a bullish breakout. And that is the breakout that I'm looking for over the next couple of days of getting through. Can we get through 198 resistance and then hold it as support and then test 200? And when I look at these, we're just above the equilibrium, but it's not screaming, oh my God, help, the stock is way too out of control. It looks normal. The RSI is just sitting at 55, just above neutral. So, I mean, we can't ask for anything better with this consolidation. So that's the huge thing that I wanted to point out here on the 30-day. And honestly, hopefully over the next couple of days, we can get that price action moving upwards and get that consolidation. But if we do consolidate for the next couple of days, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means we're going to have a movement and an upwards momentum. So that's all that I got for you guys today. If you can, do me a favor, hit the like button on the video, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, do all the things for the YouTube algorithm so this video can get out to more people. And also down below, I have a referral link to Webull. When you join Webull and you sign up, you get 1 free stock, and then you also get another free stock when you deposit $100 on the platform, and it can be valued anywhere between $8 and $1,800 for your 2 free stocks. So immediate 8% on your return, you can't really beat it. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. See you in the next one.